Good morning, dear students. Welcome. Welcome for the online teaching program organized by Gokhale Education Society. And I am Bhushan Sudhakar Patil, PS Patil, teacher in HL High School English Medium, Ozhar Township. Dear students, as we all know that because of the spread of coronavirus, that is COVID-19, we cannot go to the school and take our education, and that's why our society has decided to provide education to the students through online education program. And now I am, as a social studies teacher, I shall teach you history, civics and geography for standard 6th. Today we are going to study geography, and we are going to start with first lesson, the earth and the graticule. First point, limitation of directions and subdirections in determining the location of a place. Any monument is located in a particular place on the earth. However, when people from different places tell its directions from their respective places, their answers vary. Thus, the use of directions and subdirections alone does not help us to accurately describe the location of a particular place on the earth. Therefore, it becomes necessary to use the exact system to state the precise location of any place on the earth. For example, when we talk about Bangladesh, Bangladesh is in the east of India. But when some other country thinks about location of Bangladesh, that may vary. That may be on the north, that may be on the south, that may be on the west from the location of that particular country. So for that we must think about it, and that's why it becomes necessary to use exact system to state the precise location of any place on the earth. Earth's huge size and making of a globe. The length of the east-west diameter of the earth is 12,756 kilometers, and the length of the north-south diameter of the earth is 12,714 kilometers. There are forests, uneven lands, innumerable islands of different size, buildings, oceans, waters on the surface of the earth. Therefore, to determine the location of a place, it is practically impossible to draw some horizontal and vertical lines on the earth. In order to overcome this difficulty, geographers developed a miniature model of the earth. It is known as a globe. One can draw horizontal and vertical lines on the globe. Thus, a globe can be used to determine the locations on the earth. You must have seen the globe, and that is used to determine the locations on the earth. Angular distance. The location of any place on the earth is determined with reference to the center of the earth. Any point on the earth makes an angle with the plane of the equator. The measure of this angle is used to determine the location of that particular point. Dear students, parallels of latitudes. When we consider parallels of latitudes, the east-west circle created at some angular distance from the center of the earth are called parallels of latitude. Here, for example, this line you can see, or in another figure given in your textbook, you can see these are the parallels of latitudes. The angular distances of all parallels are measured in degrees and are called latitudes. All these lines are called latitudes. The parallels of latitudes are parallel to one another. You can see all these parallel lines, these latitudes are parallel to one another. Parallels of latitudes are imaginary horizontal lines on the globe. All these lines are imaginary and they are horizontal. While studying this, we must consider few points. First one is equator. Next one is northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere, north pole and south pole. The central line, this V1 to V2, is equator. The equator is considered as a 0-degree parallel. It is the largest parallel and also known as a great circle. This equator is the greatest circle on the earth. The equator bisects the earth into north and south parts. The one to the north is called now the northern hemisphere and the one to the south is called the southern hemisphere. This equator bisects this globe in two parts. The one which is to the north is northern hemisphere, from equator to north, that is northern hemisphere, and from equator to south, that is southern hemisphere. Towards the north and the south of the equator, parallels of latitudes progressively become smaller and smaller in size, but their angular value goes increasing. As we move to the northern side or southern side, they become smaller in size, but their angular value goes increasing. Angle changes when we move to the north or south. The angular size changes, value changes. At the north and the south ends of the Earth's axis, the parallels appear as points. These are called the North Pole and the South Pole. As we move to the northwards from the equator, these circles will become smaller and smaller in size, and to the exact north point, the Earth's axis of the north side, it will become as point, and the same in the south. These are called North Pole and South Pole. The total number of parallels on the earth, if we count, this one is equator, that is 0, and from this 0, here we can see in this figure, from this 0, if we move northwards 1 2 3, So it will go up to 90. And as we move southwards, 1, 2, 3, it will go up to 90. So 90 plus 90, that is 180, and this equator, 0 line. So total are 181 parallels on the earth at the interval of 1 degrees. Labeling of parallels. How these parallels are labeled? While labeling the value of a parallel, it is necessary to mention whether it is in the northern hemisphere or in the southern hemisphere. The parallels from the northern hemisphere are referred to as, for example, this 10 degrees north, because it is in northern hemisphere. 10 degrees north, 20 degrees north, 25 degrees north, 80 degrees north, 90 degrees north. The parallels from the northern hemisphere are labeled as number of the parallel and in which hemisphere it appears. And the same is about southern hemisphere. 50 degrees south, 60 degrees south, 90 degrees south, in the same way. Meridians of longitudes. The north-south semicircles created at some angular distance from the center of the earth are called meridians of longitudes. This the angular distances of all meridians are measured in degrees and are called longitudes. Meridians of longitudes are imaginary vertical lines. These lines are imaginary and they are vertical lines. 0 meridian, 180 degrees meridian, eastern hemisphere and western hemisphere. 0 meridian is also known as the prime meridian. This central, this is 0 meridian, and that is also known as prime meridian. The angular distances of the other meridians are measured from the prime meridian. These angular distances are measured from this prime meridian. 0 meridian and 180 degrees meridian lie opposite to the globe, forming a circle. The circle divides the earth into east and west parts. The one of the east is called eastern. The one which lies to the east, that is eastern hemisphere, and the one to the west is called the western hemisphere. The total number of meridians on the earth. At 0 meridian there is a prime meridian. There is 180 meridian lying opposite to the prime meridian. One can draw 179 meridians in the eastern hemisphere from 1 degree east to 179 east. Similarly, one can draw 179 meridians in the western hemisphere from 1 degree west to 179 degree west. Thus, one can draw 136. Thus, one can draw 360 meridians on the earth at the interval of 1 degrees. Labeling of meridians. While labeling the value of a meridian, it is necessary to mention whether it is in the eastern hemisphere or in the western hemisphere, as we have seen about latitudes. In the same way, it is also labeled. The meridian from the eastern hemisphere are referred to as 1 degrees east, 25 degrees east, 80 degrees east, 179 degrees east. And similarly, the meridians from the western hemisphere are referred to as, for example, 10 degrees east, 179 degrees west, 50 degrees west. So eastern are referred to as east and western are referred to as west. Very important point, the distance between parallels and meridians, longitudes and latitudes. What is the distance between two parallels or two meridians, two longitudes or two latitudes? The distance between any two adjacent parallels is the same everywhere, and it is 111 kilometers. Remember students, 111 kilometers. The distance between any two adjacent meridians is not the same everywhere. For parallels, it is 111 kilometers for latitudes, and for longitudes, that is meridians, it is not same everywhere. The distance between any two adjacent meridians is the maximum on the equator and goes on reducing towards the poles. Here it is more, and at the poles it is reduced. Here it comes closer, and here it comes longer. It is 111 kilometers on the equator and 0 at the poles. So here it will be 111 kilometers, and at the poles north or south, that will be 0. The values of parallels and meridians in degrees, minutes and seconds. So what is the unit? So unit is degrees, minutes and seconds. The distance between any two adjacent parallels is 111 kilometers, as you know, on the surface of the earth. Similarly, the distance between any two adjacent meridians is 111 kilometers on the equator and 0 on the poles. To locate the places within this distance of 111 kilometers exactly, the unit of degree is further divided into minutes, and minutes are further divided into seconds. Thus, conventionally, latitudes and longitudes are expressed into degrees, minutes and seconds. Their values are expressed using the symbols of degrees, minutes and seconds. The graticule. The parallels and meridians on the globe form a net. This net is called a graticule. A graticule facilitates determining the location of a place on the earth. Various systems for determining locations on the earth. The method of latitudes and longitudes is used even in today's modern age quite effectively for determining locations. Geographical Information System, that is GIS, global positioning system, that is GPS, Google Maps, Wikipedia, Wikimapia, etc. are some other systems for determining locations. All these systems make use of latitudes and longitudes for determining the locations on the earth. So students, I hope you have understood what I taught in this lesson. Here you have to do one activity, that you have to draw a graticule on a white color ball. Picture is given here. So draw the graticule and send the picture photo on the WhatsApp group of your class. And homework for you, answer the questions given in the exercise. Thank you.